at the top end, here's a surprise. Bob Tasca is excited. I think a guy's always excited. He's certainly always pumped. So here comes the next group. It'll be John Smith, Matt Hagan, Tim Wilkerson, and CPedregon. There is Matt Hagan. There's Tim. Tim's still looking for a round win. Everybody's looking down track to make sure that it's clear. You saw we had a couple of cars actually on the track. Now the trucks are back. And there is the group. CPedregon has run great in qualifying this season. He said last night he now needs to win some races. He lost in second round here last year.
He's been going some rounds, but yeah, you're right. He definitely needs to get a race win because he's got a great car.
Still trying to get Robert off the track. We go to Gary Gerald.
Paul Page was saying that sometimes you get excited when you get out of the race car. Can you confirm that?
I can tell you one thing. I was like winning the championship for this team. We've been struggling a little bit this year, but this Motorcraft Quick Lane team, we got some fight in us. You got some bad Fords on the property right now, and we're one of them right now. We blew up our body. We put the Rhode Island body from Outer Limits on the hot rod. I told him to throw it on. Let's see what it does, and she treated us just fine right there. All right.
He's also excited because his son, Bob Tasca IV, 8 years of age, is going to test here tomorrow in his junior dragster, making his debut. More reasons to be excited.
So the four on the line now. Closest to you, that's Cruz. Then Tim Wilkerson has lane 3. Lane 2, that's Matt Hagan. And John Smith is in lane 1, top of the screen. Remember Matt Hagan here last year? Boom. I mean, he turned that thing not into a convertible, but just nothing but a frame.
Yeah, and he was in lane number 2, but lane number 1, you got John Smith. Bodie, as they call him, Paul Smith's son. Boy, this is a team that everybody in the pits know you cannot count them out. He pretty much goes from A to B every time he stands on the gas. 4:14 a lap time, makes a very nice run in qualifying, put him in the number 11 position. Then how about Matt Hagan? He's really struggled. I'm a little bit surprised he's struggled this much this weekend.
Yeah, he was runner-up at Pomona to start the season. Tim Wilkerson looking for his first round of the season. Last one a round of racing 6 races ago at Reading.
The problem with Matt Hagan, Tommy DeLago told me they developed a slow problem that goes all the way back to the last race last year. It happened in the fuel system, so they were able to change it before yesterday's qualifying, and with a clean sheet of paper now, Tommy DeLago told me he has 2 runs on the new 2011 tune-up. Just hopes he can get that fuel curve right now.
Could be on our way to an upset here. Tim Wilkerson and John Smith will advance. Wilkerson, he was the quickest, the 4:42, and John Smith right behind him at the other 2 lanes.
Quickest with the 4:42.
Second. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. I mean, John Smith, he was obviously lucky. He didn't even run the number that he's normally capable of doing, but it was good enough for him to be able to advance. And how about Matt Hagan? That was a surprise, backfiring the supercharger. Look at old John Smith. He got a little close to center down. No,
I don't think so.
He missed it. But watch Cruz. Smokes the tires almost immediately, and it makes a turn. He tries to get to recover because he knows, hey, there's 2 other guys over there. It doesn't matter if the guy next to me is ahead. I just got to beat the other 2. But unfortunately, wasn't able to do. I mean, that was pretty amazing.
And John Smith, they know how to tune an engine. Look at Hagan, though, as the.
I don't think Hagan likes a 4 wide in that lane number 2.
2 kind of ugly years for the die-hard funny car.
Yeah, Tim Wilkerson and John Smith advance to the semis.
So they pull the body off to get Matt Hagan out, and of course the safety safari is right there to take good care of him. We'll show you this one. Look at that. Woo.
Lit her up.
The Lucas Oil Funny Car Ladder, looking to the second round, which is the semifinal round, shows this. Jim Head, John Forrest, Jack Beckman, Mike Neff, all in one group. Beckman with lane choice.
Bottom group, we got some guys that are pretty lucky. Bob Tasker ran very well, but Robert Height was lucky to get in there. Tim Wilkerson ran deep, and John Smith got a little bit of a break to advance also.
Well, as Matt Hagan slowly walks to his truck, long ride back to the pits. Remember last year with Matt Hagan?
Well,
This was even more spectacular.
Lane number 2 again. Watch that familiar screen. This was a huge explosion. I mean, today's wasn't too bad, but it was nothing like this one he experienced here last year. Look how back into the car, when it blows up that hard, that lifts that back into that car up that high, that is a major explosion.
And it was strange, too, to see two funny cars in the same group have big explosion problems. Let's go to John Kernan.
Down in Antron Brown's pit where they're working on the car, getting it ready for the next round of racing. We told you at the beginning and even heard from Antron about the problem that they had that got him out to the lanes a little bit late. Mark Oswald is a co-crew chief along with Brian Karate. And you guys said we'd know about 10 minutes after the run whether or not the fix you did this morning actually worked. So what is happening with this car?
Well, really, it wasn't any big deal. We found a discrepancy in one of our clutch discs, how true it was running before the race. And since we've got all the clutch discs prepared for the whole day, and there's 5 in a run times 4, that's 20 discs, they all had to be gone through at the last minute. So it was a little bit of a rush. But these Matco guys this team is really excellent.
And they've got it fixed. They're ready to go, and they're hoping to win today. Let's go to Gary Gerald.
A year ago, Rhonda Hartman Smith, the wife of John Bodie Smith, won around here in the 4-wide Nationals. You're back in the seat this particular weekend. There was all kinds of chaos on that racetrack. Is it difficult to keep concentration and to keep your foot in it all the way?
Well, I'm focused, man. I mean, I'm so jacked up right now just to be here, to be where Rhonda was last year. Now we're in the second round. You know, for Bonifant, Bear Waste, all the guys that help support us and get this thing going. My dad, Paul Smith's let me drive this car for almost free. Not all the time free. But I just want to say thanks to everybody. You're getting down through there and you're just, I was actually looking too much. I was looking over there and I didn't see nobody, so I knew I won that round. That's what's cool.
Always good to see that race car advancing. Watch your back. Got one rolling up here.
Nobody. That's not
Still
good.
getting crowded down there as Pro Stock is coming up to the line. And the first group will be Roger Brockton, V. Gaines, Vincent Nobile, and Erica Enders.